Welcome back to Courtside Comparisons presented by NerdWallet. Back with Kelly Oubre, who is back in Philadelphia. Let's start there. Take us through that decision and what your free agency experience was like.
Well, compared to last year, it was fairly quick. I just knew for a fact that where my heart was telling me, and obviously the relationships that I built here and the beautiful people in the organization, man. It's just like no matter what options that you have on the table, it's like the grass isn't always greener, of course. And I've learned that from being in the places that I've been and being around those organizations. But this is home for me, and my family loves it here. So I just think it was kind of a no-brainer, especially with the year that we're ready to embrace on.
Lots of new faces this year, but with some key pieces, including yourself, remaining the same.
Mm-hmm.
What excites you about the roster as it's currently composed?
The energy behind creating it. I think that, there's a lot of intent. Obviously the heavy hitters and the names that we have are, second to none in the league. And, I'm just trying to add my name in the same respect as my counterparts and my teammates. And, just for us to be a well-oiled machine going into this season that we can do something big on.
You have a years-long competitor relationship with Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
We're also friends.
Mm-hmm.
What should people know about Paul George?
Beautiful human being. Professional. Like the reason that he's so good at his craft is because he works on it. And, throughout the summer, like we were in the gym a lot at the same time. And, I got to actually like kind of glance at, his work ethic. And I was very impressed, man, because like he is motivated and he takes his job really seriously. And, it's throughout the years, let's backtrack. Throughout the years, there's never been any beef. I think the internet made it bigger than what it was supposed to be, right? It was just...
You're both extremely competitive.
Competitive, but I was young, and obviously, like, I think I was at, like, a Pangos camp, and I seen him when I was in middle school or high school, and, it's like, you see this guy that you want to play against one day, and once you get to play against him, you're really excited and really geeked, right? So I just think it was that type of thing for me because I wanted to see where I matched up with him, but... over the years, man, it's just been fun to just go back and forth with him. But now that we're on the same team, I feel bad for the other opponents.
You mentioned being geeked when you started to play against him.
Mm-hmm.
You're heading into nearly a decade in the NBA.
Wow.
What still gets you geeked about your job?
Oh, man, that it all comes back to a round ball and that, like, I'm not perfect. So, like, I love things that I have to constantly just, like, get better at. And basketball is that thing for me, and there's endless amount of potential that I can tap into with this game, and just playing with such a great team, also just playing at the highest level, playing on TV, playing in front of the fans that we have, and it's just all you can't beat that, and it just fills my cup up, and then we just continue to just get better every day.
You choose exciting words when you describe your teammates, your coaches. Nick Nurse stands out. You called him a genius. You called him a wizard.
Yes.
What separates Coach Nurse from other coaches? What makes him such a special basketball mind?
He has he does a really good job at like compartmentalizing life. And like, yes, he is a wizard and he's a genius on the basketball court, but like he also eccentric. He's also somebody that you can have a conversation with, somebody that's like just really like to his core a good person. And like you don't get that with a lot of coaches, man, because some people have different styles. His is way more chill, laid back, but if you're not doing things to the standard that he sets, he's going to be upset, and you feel that instead of just a coach that's mad all the time for no reason, right? So he definitely has his switches and days where he's like more upbeat and low beat, but he always remains consistent with his message and his talk track and who he is. So I respect that.
You guys share in common a love of music and an appreciation for Prince.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that bond that you guys have found and maybe some things you might be planning to do together?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like Prince, for me, has always been a staple in my life because any man that changes his name to a symbol or a logo, like, I get behind.
It's giving Kelly a little.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that one day, of course. But it'll be a wave emoji or something. Like, but yeah, Prince.
Has anyone changed their name to an emoji before?
No.
You would do that.
Nah, yeah, I would actually. Should be a little wave. But yeah, Prince inspired me because of his eccentric attitude, like his spiritual thoughts and things like that, and things he wasn't shy to communicate or just be himself, right? So Yeah, I think Coach respects the music aspect of it because Prince played every instrument that he recorded on his songs, and Coach plays a lot of instruments as well. I per se only play the guitar, and but I just think that art is like the center of our relationship in a sense, and art is love. So, we kind of bond over that. Oh, and potentially we're going to Paisley Park soon, and Coach Nurse's Foundation is hosting an event out there for the youth, and we get to go to Prince's like stomping grounds, man. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm thankful for Coach for inviting me. So yeah, it'll be fun.
And I'm sure he's thankful to have something to share with you as well. Because
yes, that's so gonna be dope.
Unfortunately, now let's have to turn our attention to basketball.
Let's do it.
Kelly, let's start here. Do you remember when your NBA debut was?
Not really. I just remember the feeling. It was a lot of butterflies. It was a lot of just, am I good enough thoughts, things like that. So this is, wow.
Uh-huh.
And I had like a mohawk, and I was like.
Do you remember but like specifically, do you remember the date of your debut?
I do not.
Do you remember what year it was?
2015.
There you go. Do you remember what team you played for?
Yes, the Wizards.
Do you remember the Wizards' record that season?
We were all right. We weren't too bad.
Guess.
I mean, it wasn't too good either, but probably like even like, about the same number on both sides, maybe something like that.
Do you actually know the answer, or was that a guess?
Are you talking about the finals?
You guys were 41-41 in your rookie season.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah,
so you debuted on October 30th, 2015.
Wow.
Do you remember how much you played?
Oh, probably like 3 minutes.
Played 1 minute.
Yeah.
Do you remember how much you scored?
Is it 2 points?
No, you didn't score. But do you remember the first time that you scored?
I don't, but no.
It was a week later. It was November 6th,
Sick.
2015. Would you like to see that bucket?
I would. That'll make me happy.
Well, do you remember what it was?
A dunk.
There you go. All right, let's take a look.
John Wall throws it. Alive? Hey! Okay. Wow.
So what emotions do you feel in that type of experience?
Wow, man, that's crazy. Like, I mean, it's surreal. Like, making it to the NBA 1, 2, it's like not playing a lot and then getting into the game and being able to get those reps with the NBA guys that you watch on TV. It's nothing like it. And obviously to catch it off a lob, it's like, all right, yeah, we might be able to do something. I could do this one thing, right? Cool. I'll just run, defend, and rebound and hopefully get more lobs. But it all took off after that.
And you lit up when you realized who threw the lob. So,
yeah.
That was, of course, John Wall. What was it like to play with him as a rookie?
It was amazing, man. Like, just to watch him. He was in, obviously, a little bit before his prime, but, like, he was, like, had a full head of steam of being the best point guard in the league, going at guys like Kyrie, going at everybody, man. And it was just the energy that he had where, obviously, it was like, I don't care. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do me, and I'm going to do it very well. And, like, I learned that confidence aspect from him from an early age and how to work hard and, just come in and be that guy, So, I was just blessed to, formulate a brotherhood with him and Brad, when I was out there and just learn.
So you mentioned a couple of them already. And for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and test your knowledge further. On that NBA debut night, October 30th, 2015, do you remember the starting five for the Washington Wizards?
I mean... The debut?
The debut.
I wasn't in it, so. But it was John, Brad, probably Otto. Was it Nene and Gortat?
It was not. It was Gortat.
It was Gortat, okay.
Correct.
And Markieff Morris?
It was not.
Jared Dudley?
It was not. Some of these people were on the team. But the fifth starter.
Chris Humphries?
You read off the computer.
I didn't know. I didn't. I sat next. I didn't. I think I did see his name on the computer, but that doesn't mean like I knew he started. But I sat next to him on the plane, and let's not get into it. But like he was a very wise vet, and like would try to school me on game and life. And I'm way behind the ears, man. I don't know anything about anyone famous, not famous, yada yada. So like I'm like, obviously Chris Humphries now, and he has some stories, and he lives life to the fullest and. He was at that time as well, but yeah, man, it was just I didn't know he started. I forgot he started.
That wasn't bad though. You got the first four pretty quickly.
I remember my teammates.
There you go.
Chris was it was like his last year in the NBA too, or maybe like one of his last two. So he's been a ghost for a while.
Okay, so we did your first bucket. Do you remember your first start?
No, I don't. Playoffs.
Wrong. It was actually December 19th, 2015.
10 days after my birthday.
Not bad, not bad. Do you remember the opponent? Probably not.
Not at all.
Well, when I play this, you're going to know. So this was your first start.
Okay.
Couple months into your rookie season.
Against, wow, the Hornets. Sick. Okay.
Everything comes full circle.
Yeah, I'm seeing that for sure.
So this was your first start. Let's walk through some of these highlights.
Boy, JD. Good kick, John. Hey. Yep, very wild, out of control. Hey. Yeah, that was me, man. Just throw it up there, go get it. Wow. This
uniforms are wild.
Uniform. We had the shirt, the sleeve joints. Oh, man. I bet you the jumper percentages went down. But not mine. All right. Yo, I'm out here cooking. Look, if I hit this, I'm cold. I told him to start me from day one. Like, why y'all not start? You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to contribute. Like, all right, bet, cool. And I'm like, I just turned 19 too. I'm like, hey, I don't think I'm supposed to be here, y'all. Like, you know. And I was one of those kids that were like, yo, you should have stayed in college. You should have like did this. And I was like, no, I'm gonna develop against the real pros and stuff. So, this is dope. This is sick.
And what does it feel like as a young player? Because if I'm not mistaken, on both of these, they're going to leave you a little bit of space.
Oh, a lot of space, yeah.
Okay. You take that as
all the way in. Yeah, of course. Like, you kind of got to hit that. That's Nico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so come here, Nico. He's supposed to be, you know.
Both times it's Nico.
Yeah, Nico, what are you doing? Trying to help, bro? Don't help off me, bro. So, yeah, that's dope. That's crazy. Nico had hair, too. That's even crazier.
So let's end here, right? This is almost a decade ago.
Mm-hmm.
How have you changed this Kelly versus that Kelly?
Oh, been through a lot. Mm-hmm. But to say the least, man, I think I just slowed down a little bit, like kind of taking control of every breath. You know, let's put it in layman's terms, like just slow down, just try to be more in control, try to like be more level-headed, never too high, never too low, and, you know, just try to get better. Like, I've always done that. Each and every day I wake up, I try to be better than the last. So I think I'm a lot better than I was then, for sure.
Well, on behalf of everybody that's rooting for you guys this season, we're looking forward to watching how you change and improve this season as well. Kelly Oubre Jr., thanks as always for sitting down on Courtside Comparisons presented by NerdWallet.